Today on MTG Unpacked, we're cracking open the Core Set 2020 Welcome Decks. So these came out around the middle of 2019. These are decks that are available from your local game store for free. So if you are a newer player, you might want to check with your local game store, see if they have any of these. These are a great way to get started at no cost. So let's check them out. So we have white, blue, black, red, and green. So all the colors of Magic. And with me, we have all the Planeswalkers. There will be no need to do any pack blessings today because these are fixed decks. Okay, so let's do them in order. We'll start off with white. Okay, so as you can see, you've got a Johnny there. Very cool. And then on the back, your path begins here as a white mage. You know that true strength lies in cooperation. Yada yada includes 2 ready to play 30 card decks, welcome letter, and 2 reference cards. So let's crack it open, check it out. And incidentally, I also have the ones from last year, so those are Core 2019. Leave a note in the comments if you want me to open those up as well. Okay, tips for learning and teaching Magic. So a bit about learning to play, teaching a friend, and welcome to Magic the Gathering. Alright, so that is very interesting. Okay, so we actually get 2 decks, so 30 cards each, I believe. So one for you, one for a friend, and let's crack into the white deck here. There's usually a little pull tab here. This will be the next thing. How on earth do you open these? There we go. Figured it out. Alright, so let's get started here. We have Sarah's Guardian, Creature Angel, 5/5 for 6 with flying and vigilance. Other creatures you control have vigilance. So you can see the yellow symbol there. That means it's a rare. And planes, and another planes. Okay, so we're interspersing with lands. So what I'll do is dig through, filter out the lands, see how many we actually get, so we don't interrupt the flow. Okay, 1, 2, got a whole heap of these. And some extra little promo cards at the end. We'll take a look at those momentarily. So your 30 card deck also includes lands. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 lands. Okay, so that sounds about right. We'll pop those underneath. Okay, and dig through the rest of the deck. So as you can see, the black color here, that means it's just a common card. Lower end thing. Okay, so you have a Concordia Pegasus with flying, Hazda Officer, so you can pump a creature with +1/+1, Inspiring Captain, pumping your creatures again, Dawning Angel, so life gain, Inspired Charge, pumping creatures, Pacifism, so you're enchanting your opponent's creature, Ironclad Crowbard, he's just a regular beast there, and you might notice in the corner that's the mana cost. So we've got an enchantment aura here, Glaring Aegis, so you can tap a target creature and opponent controls, pump up the +1/+3 with the creature there. Alright, Hazda Officer, pumping creatures. So this one you'll notice is all about life gain and pumping up creatures, got some flying creatures. Show of Valor, Loyal Pegasus, Trusted Pegasus, and this one, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn, so you could turn your Siege Mastodon into a flyer. Dawning Angel, so some life gain. Prowling Caracal, a couple of those guys, and Discover More Magic. What do we got here? A bit about the turns, and a convenient little layout thing here for the battlefield, how your hand and everything looks like, how to cast spells. So that is pretty nifty. Alright, so we'll set this one aside. And there will be some duplication I'm expecting here, so we may come across this deck again, but we'll double check on that. Next up, we're going to go into this black deck here. And I will separate out the swamps. So swamps are what you have as your mana for black. Okay, so digging through. There's probably, I would say, going to be about 13 of those. So that is expected. And then we'll put the tip cards aside here. Alright, how many swamps do we get? Oh, topsy-turvy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, as expected. Okay, let's dig into the deck proper. We have Grave Waker. Creature bird spirit 5/5 for 6 has flying. And for 5 and 2 black, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Alright, and a walking corpse! Creature zombie, barony vampire, bartizan bats with flying, dark remedy, so you can pump up another creature. Feral abomination with death touch, so any amount of damage this deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. So you basically just do 1 point of damage to the other creature. And if it is not indestructible, it is dead. Okay, murder, destroy target creature, grave digger. So bringing cards back from the graveyard, you'll notice that is a common feature with black decks. Disentomb, so again, digging creatures up from the graveyard. Agonizing siphon, dealing damage to a target, getting some life gain. Barony vampire. Skeleton Archer, dealing 1 damage to any target when it enters battlefield. Bog Stomper, Dirty Big Beast, another Walking Corpse. Okay, we get a couple of those. Bartizan Bats again. Disfigure, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Okay, so that is a nice removal spell. Okay, so where was our rare? We'll pop that over there. So we've got the white deck, the black deck. And then we'll move on to blue. I wonder if we'll get another one here. Okay, so we've got the usual spiel here. Mu Yanlin is the planeswalker there. So same sort of deal as the others. Let's check it out. So we have the welcome letter. We've got blue and red. Okay. So we're really blazing through the decks, and then we'll take a look at some of these others. See if we have any duplicates. So we've got the islands, a whole bunch of islands, and I predict there will be 13 islands. Curious if that will be the case, if I don't miss any. Okay, there we go. Alright, so count them up. And the proportion of lands to other cards in your deck is quite important. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What a surprise! Okay. So now we will look at the deck proper. We have Riddlemaster Sphinx. Creature Sphinx 5/5 for 6 with flying. So you'll notice that white and blue are commonly associated with flying creatures, although you did have a couple in black, like those bats. When Riddlemaster Sphinx enters the battlefield, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Okay, so that is the rare. Coral Merfolk, Cloudkin Seer, Snapping Drake with flying, Befuddle, so reducing your opponent's, or it could be your own actually, power by -4, draw a card. Phantom Warrior, can't be blocked, air elemental with flying. Captivating Jaya, returning target creatures to their owner's hands, so bounce them back to your opponent. Sleep Paralysis, when it enters battlefield, tap enchanted creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, so that is pretty handy. Snapping Drake with flying. Winged Words. The spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a creature with flying. Draw 2 cards. So blue, you'll notice, is about controlling the board state. Drawing cards until you get the cards you need. Unsummon. So return target creature to its owner's hand. Fortress Crab. Moat Piranhas with Defender, so they can't attack. Octo Prophet. So this is an octopus. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. That means look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put them in number of them on the bottom of your library and the rest on the top in any order. Frost Links, tapping target creature and opponent controls, doesn't untap. Coral Merfolk, and an ad and a tip card there. Okay, so that is blue. Moving right along to red. Okay, so I will again dig through, just make sure. So the purpose of this video is really to show you what is in these decks, what you can expect, maybe give you some ideas for brewing your own decks, although these are really simple, so just teaching you the basics. Okay, so again, counting up the lands, I'm expecting there will be 13 of these. Exactly, okay. So now we get a rare Shivan Dragon, creature dragon, 5/5 for 6 with flying. Pay a red, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So pump him up, pretty cool. Goblin Assailant, creature goblin warrior, 2/2 for 2. I'm a bit of a goblin fan, so I would be all about this red deck, I believe. Fearless Halberdier. Daggersail Aeronaut. So this guy gets flying as long as it's your turn. Flying goblins, can't argue with that. Fire Elemental. Infuriate, pumping the creature up until end of turn. Chandra's Outrage. Deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. Volcanic Dragon with flying and haste. So when it has haste, means it can attack and tap as soon as it comes under your control. That is a pretty handy ability. Act of Treason. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. That's a fun one. Gaining control of the opponent's creatures. Engulfing Eruption. Deals 5 damage to target creature. So red is all about aggro, about doing maximum damage as quick as possible. So you'll find a lot of low mana cost creatures in here. Daggersail Aeronaut again, another Halberdier. Goblin Smuggler with haste. Tap another target creature with power 2 or less, can't be blocked this turn. Maniacal Rage. So this one, enchants creature, gives it +2/+2 and can't block. Shock. Deals 2 damage to any target. That's quite a common one. Rubblebelt Recluse. Attacks each combat if able. Huge Ogre Berserker. Another Goblin Assailant. And that is it for this deck. So that is red. Okay, then moving right along to the black deck. So here's all about that. And we got Sorin on the cover there. And we're just going to look at this briefly to see what we get. I believe it's the same deck. So let's see. Yeah, we're going to dig through these, just double check. I'm pretty sure they're the same though. So Plains, Inspiring Captain, Pacifism. Yep, so that one is identical. And actually this is a fun way, if you and a friend get some, you can trade decks so you can have all the colors. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this, yeah, this looks identical to the other black one we had a look at. All right. So we'll pop that over here and dig in now for red. So really the only one we're looking for now is green. So we'll see about this, and there's the green. Double check that this is the same. Yeah, you can see all the same creatures there. Okay, so that is another red deck. Moving right along to green, and I predict we will have 13 forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, there we go. So as expected, arrange those. And you might have noticed I'm popping up little prices in the corner as I go through here. So you can often buy cards from your local game store or trade with friends, gives you a decent idea of the value. Okay, green, we have Aggressive Mammoth. Creature Elephant 8/8 for, what is that, 6. Has trample, so it can do access combat damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Other creatures you control have trample. So green is all about the huge creatures and building up a whole lot of those, pumping up creatures. Woodland Mystic, you can tap, add 1 green mana, so you can tap those to get more mana. Bristling Boar, can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Centaur Courser. Mammoth Spider with Reach, that means it can block creatures with flying, that's pretty handy. Vorst Claw, Creature Elemental Horror. Titanic Growth, here we go, +4/+4, pumping your creatures up so they're huge until end of turn. Overcome, so creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of turn. Again, Oaken Form, enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Canopy Spider with Reach. Centaur Courser, Plummet, destroy target creature with flying. Rabid Bite, so target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Prized Unicorn, all creatures able to block Prized Unicorn do so. Alright, another Canopy Spider. Frilled Sandweller, pay 1 and a green, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. Okay, so pumping up your creatures again. Healer of the Glade, when it enters battlefield you gain 3 life. And that is it for green. Okay, so we may be done at this point, but let's just double check here in this final thing. And I'm wondering, I think you should get at least the color of the deck that is on the box, and it's probably random as to what else you get. So let's double check. Yep, so this is the same green deck there, and oh, we got 2 greens in the one thing. Okay, so yeah, that seems like it's a random thing. No guarantees what you'll get, but let's double check just to be sure. And leave a note in the comments, did you start with one of these welcome decks? What do you think? Was it helpful when you were learning, or did you have like a Planeswalker deck, or did somebody at your local game store help you out? Leave a note in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.